For the past decade, whenever I go home for the holidays, I go home to Massachusetts, which is where I grew up. And I don't know how many people know this, but I was actually born in Nova Scotia, and my mom was born and raised here, and we left when I was very young. But this year, my mom has moved back, just recently actually. In fact, she doesn't even have the new place quite yet, so we're all staying at my grandfather's place instead. And it's a cozy little spot. Me, my mom, my brother, my stepdad, and my grandfather. It's definitely cozy. But is it ever cold? I've been spoiled by LA weather. But yeah, I'm here this year, which is funny because I usually get to see all my hometown friends and do all my hometown classic things, like go to the movie theater in the mall and go to the restaurants I know. But now I'm in the middle of nowhere, Nova Scotia. And I always visited here as a kid and growing up, but only once a year or so, just because it was so far. Oh, I gotta go inside. I gotta go inside. One facet of my grandfather's house is it is a 1-bedroom house. But if you get innovative, you could turn a 1-bedroom house into a 3-bedroom house or even 4-bedroom house. And for the last couple days, I'll show you tomorrow where I was sleeping actually. But I got an air mattress at Walmart today. Gotta love Walmart. Trusty, reliable, corporate, beautiful Walmart. Smells a little. Just something I noticed, it does smell a little. It's definitely interesting to be entering a chapter of my life where now I'll have to make a specific trip to go to my hometown. Usually it was just built into the year when I went home for the holidays. Now I have to find time. And I think the older and older you get, and I'm not even that old yet. I got gray hair, but I think I'm young. The older you get, the more you realize how much you really have to find time for stuff. I don't know when that started. When you were a kid, you just kind of had too much time. This is why they call it a fitted sheet, because I fitted it on there. This light is bad. So bright. But I had sort of a long, exhausting, stressful day, just by virtue of all the things I needed to get squared away, and then I just kind of crashed at the end of the day. I wish I could have kept that momentum going of getting stuff done, but yeah, I needed to crash today. Just felt stressed. Tomorrow is a new day, and I have a lot of stuff to say. So, stay tuned. Over and out. Time lapse. Had some weird dreams last night. Nothing worth mentioning. Just weird. This is where I slept the first night, on this recliner. It's not the most cozy thing. It's one of those ones you really gotta put your, what's it? Where's the handle? Sorry, Murray. It's one of those ones you really gotta put your weight on for it to go back. It doesn't lock back, so in the night it's just. From the recliner, I made the upgrade to right here on the floor. Don't worry, I had a pillow and a bunch of cushions and stuff. But yeah, it was a big upgrade. My back, I don't have a good back. Something I really gotta actually make time for in the new year. And yeah, I was laying on the floor. My grandfather right there on the couch. My brother right there on the love seat. There's a big family sleepover. One night I was editing over there and my grandfather fell asleep like this for maybe like 4 hours. I can't imagine falling asleep sitting up. Maybe it's a state of nirvana, just great peace that leads you to that. He seems like a pretty peaceful guy. I came to visit my grandparents last year, and I actually hadn't seen them in 5 years just because they live far away and life is busy. And yeah, I made a little documentary about them. And a couple months later, my grandmother passed away, sort of unexpectedly. We always sort of thought my grandfather would go first. He always joked about it, very morbidly, but he's like, oh, I'll be gone any day now. But he's still here and she's gone. And that's a hard hit. They were together for maybe 60 years, over 60 years, and spent every day together. And yeah, it's been nice calling him this last year because I've been able to feel his healing over the months and months. He was very shaken up at first. And my mom says he hasn't slept in their bed since she passed, and I think that's really sad and beautiful. He sleeps on the couch every night. And it's good to see him again. And yeah, it's weird to be here without her. They were clearly a package deal, so it feels like a little different. My grandfather's pretty crazy. He's 86, and I think he built this garage 4 years ago when he was 82. He keeps himself busy and in shape, and the way my body's currently deteriorating already, I'm like, I gotta get on top of whatever's wrong with my bones and my back, and because I want to be 82 and doing stuff like that. I don't want to be 82 and bound to a chair. He also has this old trailer back here, and he was joking the other day, not even joking maybe, but he was saying he wants to insulate it, put electricity and everything in it, and move off the grid because he said life is too complicated. And he's never had internet. He still has a landline. When it comes to modern life, he lives a very simple life. It is funny that even then he's like, life's too complicated. I want to go off the grid. And he said every morning there's a new bill. And he's right. That shit does suck. Last time I came here with my friend Tom Goulet, one of my best friends in the world. And he recently switched to a flip phone, grabbing my phone charger. And he swears he's never gonna go back because he just got sick of being distracted by his phone. And I think we all relate to that feeling. But one day I was working with him, and I caught him take his iPad to the bathroom, and I'm like, damn, even when you get a flip phone, you just find a new distraction for when you're pooping. Pooping, we can't just poop anymore. Our brains don't want to just poop. I did this year, was it this year? I did a couple months of phoneless pooping, which I think some people just do that anyways, but to me that's a challenge because I'm somebody who will routinely lose 10 to 20 minutes on the toilet. But I did like 3 months straight of no phone pooping, and it was a blessing. I'm like, I'm in and out. I felt like I was good at pooping for the first time in a while. I'm like, my whole life since I've gotten a phone, I felt constipated, but it was just me not pushing, not trying. I wasn't trying. But now I'm back on my phone on the toilet, so maybe a New Year's resolution is go back to the phoneless poop. Go back. As a society, we must go back to the phoneless poop. It is eating our lives. This is Molly. We've had her for I think like 14 years, maybe more. She's getting old. Before I came home, my mom said she couldn't walk. They got her on some steroids and she's walking again. She's waddling around. It's tough leaving home each year with an old animal because you're like, is this the last time I'll see the old animal? But she's still cooking. She's cooking. Let her cook. Still kicking. When I visited last year, my grandmother would start every morning by sitting here with the radio and listening to the news. And every single story, you know, it's just sad, heartbreaking, tragic. And every time she went, oh geez, that's horrible, and just like vocalized how sad it was. And I'm like, man, oops, something's playing. Man, why do we do this? We shouldn't be listening to this. That stuff sucks. Growing up, all my friends were really talented musicians. All my best friends were in bands, playing beautiful solo music. And I was always the movie guy. I never really did much music. And I don't know why, because I always dreamed of it. I remember riding on the bus and picturing myself playing a song to a crowd, but I didn't play any instruments, I didn't sing. But recently, in the last couple of years, music has come to mean so much to me. I got a piano at my house, a little digital piano. I play every chance I get. I've written a ton of songs. And I just love the immediacy of music. You know, music can exist in the moment so naturally. You could just sit and play something and it disappears into the void. Or you could record it and work on it and polish it and make something that is listened to forever. You know, it exists in both forms. And I think I like to find a version of film that's a little more like music, a little more immediate and fast, but ultimately, unless you're doing like a live stream, it's gonna have to be worked on and tweaked and altered. And there's not really a version of film that just disappears into the void. I guess theater is the obvious answer to that question, but it's different. I don't know. All right, so where are we, Mom?
Like literally?
In the world.
We are in Oxford, Nova Scotia.
And where's that to you?
Home.
Home.
Don't make me cry already. Yeah, in my dad's driveway.
Yeah, his new driveway.
Yeah.
As of 5 years or 6 years, he
No,
moved here.
2018.
Yeah, so 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago. He and Mom lived on the farm that you might see for 48 years. And then they moved here in 2018, and they stole this house. I'm sorry, Dad. You really did get a great deal. I'm not going to say what. And then when he's 86. When he was 81, he built that double bay garage. That's amazing.
He's a machine.
He's crazy. And sided it to match, and it's beautiful here.
Mm-hmm.
I was gone for I lived here for 27 years, and then I was gone for 27 years.
Yeah, perfect 50-50 split.
Gives away my age a little bit.
You're 40, if my math is right.
Exactly.
But I asked...
You are 24.
I'm 24. I think while I drive, you're going to have to hold this.
I don't have a tube. That's pretty embarrassing. I mean, I have one, but I should have worn Tom's or something.
Yeah. Oh, the hat? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
The toque.
The toque. Is this isn't recording right now?
Oh, it is. I'm just going to leave it going because...
So, there's the house. And, and somewhere over there is the garage. And this is right here where we used to get in the river and
the mega
growing up on the corner right there. First I have to say, I'll go back to that. The Capitol Theater. I would love to get in there with you. That's where I first went to movies. This is the only man I knew growing up that had a tennis court. That's very important to me. And this is where I learned to swim and took swimming lessons. It's called Salt Lake.
You know we gotta do a detour past Tim Hortons.
We gotta go to Timmy's, and Timmy's is better than Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sorry, it's true.
What I wanted to talk about is every time I come to Canada and I bring a friend, which is only twice I've brought friends, I always tell them how nice people are here.
Yeah.
And it seems like a cliche, you know, Canadians are nice, but then without fail, the first time we're in public, they have like 3 interactions and they're like, wow, people are so crazy nice here.
Yeah.
So when I came here the other day, people were being very nice. There was a new trainee at the cash register, and the person had to tell them like 5 times what to do, and there was no like passive aggressiveness with it, which was very nice. You know, I feel like in America, you're sort of like gritting your teeth when you see somebody being trained because you know the supervisor is like really annoyed. And then you know, a guy slid by me and a middle-aged woman, and she's like, "Oh, you gotta dance sometimes." And we laughed about that. And then a guy who seemed a little special needs, maybe.
Yep, about my age.
About your age.
Yep.
He's like, "Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day." And then everyone's like, "Have a nice day." And it just felt like walking into like Pleasantville, like a movie where like everyone's just actually nice and compelled to be nice.
Hi.
Hello.
See? Nice people. Fair enough.
The Parkview Restaurant, a classic.
Yes. That motel and that restaurant have been here longer than I have.
When Tom and I were here, there was a truck on fire in that parking lot. Like somebody's car just overheated and was fuming.
That's crazy.
Pluming. It was pluming.
It was pluming.
Can you get this big dog in the back seat in front of us?
Look at him.
Look at him.
It's hard to hold this still when you're driving. How the hell do you do it?
So we're on our way to the new house. You and Tom bought. Tom's my stepdad.
Yep.
And you haven't seen it yet in person, have you?
No. We saw it. All right, so up here, you're gonna turn right.
Yeah.
We saw it online, and we fell
here.
Right here.
All right.
We fell in love, and it was too expensive, and so we were really desperately trying to get home, not just to be home, but to be with my dad.
Yeah.
And so we picked a home that we didn't like as much. Long story short, almost put an offer on it. That day, next day we're going to. And I got an email saying the house we loved had dropped a lot. You can see for miles places here. As Nova Scotia is known for having like, just rolling hills. This apple fritter is unbelievable, I gotta say.
Shout out Tim Hortons.
Oh, stop. Oh, it's just cows. I got pretty excited. I thought it was a bear. Like, I always remember it like, slow down, this is it. Woo! Brakes! All right, whoa. There's our new home. Look at that.
I'll grab the,
How cool.
I'll grab the,
You want your hot chocolate?
I'll drink it after.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we are.
Your new home.
This is it.
It's so nice.
It's gonna be really nice.
Big hug.
Thank you.
Oh. You got a place.
If you just go down there a little bit and turn, our house is right down there. I'm almost literally where I lived.
Yeah.
Little footprints. Look at that.
You got a visitor. What do you think that is? A raccoon?
No, raccoons aren't out this time of year. Maybe we will start our sanctuary with whatever cat made that line.
We just have to follow where it went.
All right.
Here it is.
Ah, yeah.
Is that old barn yours?
Yes. And we're gonna tear that down. And
Not that.
see, we have our own Christmas trees.
You could just cut one down and bring it in.
See, look at this. You gotta love this. Look, this is how people in Nova Scotia lock things. Like that.
All the theft here.
Woo!
You got a great deal on this place. So much space and land and room.
And there's a toilet.
It's a shame you don't have the house too.
There's a coat rack. We can hang up all of our clothes on this. Look at that, all new. All the heating and that.
Yeah.
You know what this is?
This is the outhouse.
This is the woodshed.
Whoa.
Here we are.
Oh, it's warm.
Look at this. Look, yeah, they have to keep the heat on.
Oh, so the pipes don't freeze. I like the little chairs.
Oh God, and they're on tile too. Home.
Oh.
Home. Yes, home. 27 years, home. It's really I'm still in shock. Like I can never think of the words or the expressions I'm trying to think of, but it's surreal, you know, because I never thought I'd make it back home, especially when either of my parents would still be here, you know. So this is Dad's chair. Well, not literally. We're gonna get Dad the softest, nicest, best chair in the world, because he's always freezing to death. And we already have it planned. Right here, we're gonna have a little bookshelf because he loves to read.
Yeah.
And it's gonna literally say, like a blanket that says Grampy's chair.
Yeah.
And he can sit there and he can tend the fire. There's a really good chance that might have come from my father's and mother's sawmill that they ran. It was a 2-person sawmill.
Yeah.
And my mother was like a linebacker. Do you remember coming home to Nanny and she'd hug you, and she was a big woman, and she'd hug you and you'd be like, oh, Nanny, that hurts, you know. The basement is a very old farmhouse, typical basement. And you don't want to go in those. They're creepy and cold and damp and miserable.
Drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I'm a Pepsi gal. They didn't show that in the staging. Surprise, surprise.
I like it. It's funny.
It's weird. I gotta leave it there, right?
Mom, be honest. Are you gonna poop in here?
Women don't poop.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just testing if you were still being honest. This is where Harry Potter lives?
I think this is
Under the
going to be
stairs?
your office. So this, I think, is going up to mine and Tom's bedroom. It's all been redone, this part. I've always wanted a barn door.
Barn door.
Barn door.
Let me get you opening and closing it for the first time.
What?
Let me get you opening and closing your barn door.
Yeah. Do I know what I'm doing with it? No.
Yeah.
You know? Look at that.
That's a barn door.
Isn't that cute? And this has still the old door. This is an old farmhouse typical door. See, with again with very serious security. See if they left us any food. They left us a face cloth.
Aww.
Maybe that's to clean up the flies.
Aww.
And a fridge. Nice fridge. Ta-da. Okay.
We made it.
We made
Home.
it. Yes. Only 27 years later, and I made it home.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing me here, honey.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. And now when I come home, this is where I'll be.
This is where you'll be.
Hey, it's a nice spot.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We really like the peace.
Yeah, it's so quiet.
And we want to try to get things like blueberry fields going. And I always dreamt I'd be back home with both of them here. And it wasn't meant to be. And that was kind of really what set us on the road to it's time to move home, because Dad and Mom were together for 64 years.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, they had a very old-fashioned 1950s marriage. You know, they did work together.
So there's two things that I want to thank you for that I don't think I've ever specifically thanked you for. And the first one is maybe the nice way to put it is we grew up with not a lot of money, especially in some chapters. And I think we were never made to feel like we didn't have a lot of money. And I've come to know a lot of people who had more money or same amount of money but were guilted about it.
Yep.
And you did such a good job making sure we never felt bad about that.
Thank you.
I just think
Thank you.
in retrospect it's obvious that we didn't have much, but I never felt like we didn't have much, you know. I felt like I had a full good life.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I learned that from Mom and Dad,
Yeah.
because I was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up, we did, like, they have a lot more, Dad has a lot more now than they did. And it's same. I never felt poor.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was poor.
Yeah.
I guess I learned it from them.
Yeah, and I got his thriftiness. He's so thrifty. But I'm a little better about it than he is. I'm not eating 10-year-old Prego pasta.
He just doesn't check anything. I need to go through like everything and look at the dates, because last time I was here I said, Dad, we got to get you an eye exam. And he's like, yeah, he was okay for it, which surprised me, right? Since Mom died, he's kind of let me step into her shoes in some way.
Yeah.
And I said, so how long's it been? A couple years? So 3, 4? And he goes, oh, maybe 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, Dad. Like, what do you see?
He's going to eat some poison by accident.
Exactly. Yeah, so.
All right, and the second thing that I kind of tied to that a bit is also, despite not having much money, I feel like you and Dad both never pressured me and my brother, Zebra, to get traditional careers. And I think that's always funny to me, because it would have been the logical thing to do, but I think you believed a little in us, and also it might come from maybe your want to pursue art yourself, and you saw that in us, and and that was always meant so much to me.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Your dad, wanted to pursue certain things himself, not artistic, but that, and he was pressured more towards a college life, which didn't suit him. And as you know, Mom and Dad are very practical. I mean, I'm always grateful that I became a nurse with their help. Yeah. But that wasn't my dream. So my mom here, this mom of mine right here, she's a songwriter. And for a long, long time, that's been your dream, and you've done it, and you've written some very pretty, beautiful songs. Yeah. And what led you to loving songwriting and music and all that? I think it was just built in me. Yeah. Like when I was young, one thing was Mom, thanks to Mom, she always had the radio on. Yeah. She didn't like the silence, and Mom was home all the time. Yeah. The radio was always on. I grew up, I was born in 1970. A lot of people will agree 70s are really... Yeah, good music to listen to. It's awesome music. I just loved it. And I wrote my first song complete with music when I was 12. Yeah. And it was way over. It's
not what a 12-year-old would write.
no,
Yeah.
it actually was not a good song.
Yeah.
But it was complete. And when I was done, my mom said, "Oh, how in the world would you ever know anything about that?" And I'm thinking it's because my grandmother let me watch Another World, which is a soap opera, since I was 3. Mm-hmm. And it was about like not trusting guys when you first meet them, because it literally was like, I remember when it was so bad. It was so bad. It was like, I'm 12, remember, God bless me. Don't trust a stranger if you don't know the danger. He'll break your heart, tear it apart. You'll always be alone. He won't call you on the phone. He only cares about himself and nobody else. No, don't trust a stranger.
You were spitting facts, as they say.
Remember that one?
Yeah, you sent me this one. I tried to figure, do you have a melody in mind?
Yeah, I did. Someone's always missing me. That goes up.
Someone's always missing me back home.
You can take words out or change them around too.
Yeah.
Like so far apart, so far apart. Find friends here. Breathe.
And this is the chorus again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just gotta figure out the chorus. Can I write the chords that I have on here?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Want this to write on?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No, go down. Like, don't stay too long in.
You could get rid of was. A heart born to beat.
Yeah. There we go. He feels guilty about it. All right. Someone's always missing me back home, wishing I would change. But we're far apart. She can't trust me, right?
This is the world premiere performance of Wanderlust, written by Catherine Mayrow, and piano by Joel, and sung by Joel. And you could join me for singing.
And music by Joel.
Yeah, and music by Joel.
Yes,
we made it together.
It's a collaboration.
And if you want to sing, you could join me. I'll probably do a slow version because that's the one that was feeling the most natural.
That was nice.
All right.
I liked it.
Ready?
Yeah.
One more trip around the sun. The speed of light's not for everyone. Find friends here, make love there. Don't stay too long anywhere. Someone's missing me back home. Wishing I would lose this need to roam. Too far apart, it's tough to trust. A heart born to be with wanderlust. Call the folks every now and then. Let them know everywhere I've been. I hear the tears through her smile. Promise I'll visit in a while. Bridge?
Yeah.
I can say I'll slow down someday. A promise I know I can't keep. I carry their love along the way, dreaming of the next place while I sleep. Someone's missing me back home. Wishing I would lose always be with wanderlust. This heart will always be with wanderlust. Yay! I love you too. It's a nice song. Such a good one.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. That was so nice.
It is.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too.
I did it! I don't know when the last time I built a snowman was, but it was at least over a decade ago. And I really don't know why. I feel like I've been around snow. I've looked at snow and I'm like, that's good snowman snow. But I don't just do it. Maybe a guiding principle in life is when you see good snowman snow and you got a little time, make a snowman. It's a fun process, but it's also hard. I don't know if this is heavy snow, but getting this middle piece up, that almost killed me. Maybe as a kid, I was fueled by the sheer power of imagination and I could lift boulders. But nowadays I got bad back. Joel? Joel! What? Joel, listen! Joel! Yeah, what? I'm listening. Does everyone think bad stuff about me? No. No, I don't think so. Wait, so does that mean no one thinks about me? No, it's not like that. It's just like you were just birthed into this world. You just came to be. Do you regret making me? Oh, wow, okay, no, I don't think so. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this. Thank you for giving me this life. Thank you.
This was where my grandparents, one of the places they originally lived. Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotta be warm.
It's cloudy, but it's still beautiful.
Here we are.
This is Pugwash.
This is where I actually grew up more because this is where I hung out with my friends. And it's crazy. I mean, it's so pretty. Like, why would you leave here? That's the wharf I jumped off and we would swim. I mean, this is the most important place in town. This is the most historic, loved place in town.
Yeah.
And you can just drive up to it. And most places, I mean, this Einstein, Oppenheimer, when people like that were here. And if someone even comes and asks us what we're doing and we tell them, they'll probably go, oh, okay.
Do you have any memories of dates you had in Pugwash or anything like that?
I didn't date a lot when I was young, to be honest. I had a lot of crushes.
Yeah.
I could give up a couple of my crushes on here.
You don't need to name names.
I don't mind.
But just the memories, do you remember hanging out with them?
Let me think. I was shy And I never really thought I was attractive, right? So I wasn't exactly out like, trying to get all the guys to like me, because I just thought they're not gonna like me.
Well, I'm sure you were beautiful and you just couldn't see it.
Well, when I look back, I don't look as bad as I thought I did, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Isn't that the way it always goes?
Really, yeah. I mean, when I look back, I think, oh, I'm not bad, right? But
hey, she's pretty good looking.
yes, and I even have a friend who, a few months ago, admitted I had no idea that he had a crush on me, like grade 8, grade 9, and he became friends with my brother, who was 3 years older. And I thought, well, that's weird. He hangs out with my brother, but he's whatever. And he said, I was doing that to try to get to see you. I have not been back here.
Let's take a stroll around.
So this is the junior end, and this is all new because this burnt down. I love sports, right?
Uh-huh.
I only wanted to play sports. I didn't want to go into class or anything. And so if I go in now, it doesn't look the same as when I played there.
Yeah.
And grade 11 and 12, we won the provincial championships.
Woo! Yeah!
Basketball, I should say.
Basketball.
Yep.
She was a baller.
The seniors and juniors weren't supposed to mix. Like, we weren't allowed, juniors were not allowed to go to the senior end unless you had to go to the office or something, or home ec.
Yeah.
But the seniors could come to the junior end because that's where they went to the gym, that's where they ate. So yeah, the seniors came over and hit on all the young girls.
Like a bunch of perverts.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, there's some guys were in grade 12, and I remember.
And the girls were like 8th grade or.
I remember, in particular, one really pretty sweet girl came in, and she was kind of just sweet and didn't really know what was going on. And she has like grade 12 guys hitting on her, and she's in grade 7.
That is just wrong. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is now. This is the shortcut you ran because you only had so much time. I'm sure you had the same thing, class to class. Everybody runs out that door. Don't ever stand in front of that door. You'll get killed.
Yeah.
And you run over here. I had a big crush, and he knows this, on a guy named Quincy. And I remember there's a really cute picture of him in a pink shirt right here. Yep.
And you look at that picture and go, what I wouldn't give for just 1 minute with Quincy.
we were friends and we hung out, but we sometimes you just be friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, guy Mark. Had a crush on a guy Mark that kind of looks a little like John Denver.
Now that's a man's man.
Yeah. And then I met Chris when I was in grade 11. So that was the end of everything because I had Chris. Yeah. Wow. Look
Try
at
to
that.
break in.
I haven't seen this since I was 18. Holy shit. Yeah, that's where you go up to my homeroom, right there, the first door up there. Oh, that's really cool. It's gonna make me cry. I kind of hated like school,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't wait to get out of here. But then you have a lot of more good memories than you realize.
Yeah.
When you leave it. Yeah. I feel old. Makes me feel old, Yeah. I had a crush on a guy named Glenn for a long time, and I used to ask him to dance at the dances.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember sometimes they'd play 2 waltzes in a row, and one time he didn't stop at all, and we kept waltzing into the second waltz, and I still remember that, and I remember the second song was Total Eclipse of the Heart. And he didn't stop at all, because normally, like, if they don't like you, right, or not much, they'll go find someone else to dance with, right? The second waltz. He was really sweet. Very sweet person. Like, I had good taste in guys. I did, because they were all sweet, maybe a little shy, funny.
They got good names, Quincy, Glenn,
and
Mark.
Those were my biggest crushes. And the seniors would all line up there and tease us when went by.
Yeah.
And Glenn was very shy and sweet too, but his friends were not shy. And I remember I'd have to walk by them and they'd be like, "Oh, Glenn, there she is, there's your girl." And I'd be like, "Okay." I would just want to run, like by them. It was embarrassing. But my favorite teacher, very important. This is important. My high school basketball coach. Yeah. He was one of those people that, like, if you, he just always gave everything of himself, and if you ever had any problems at home, or there were people that maybe didn't have a really solid mother, father figures or anything, he would step into that. And he always really had high expectations, like the way we acted, everything. And he taught us a lot, and he's one of the most important people in my life. And he passed away 4 years ago. Like, he just gave everything to us, and without him, a lot of us wouldn't be who we are, you know. And a lot of people will say that, you know. He really was amazing, and he was pretty young for a teacher, too. But he's very strict, but very fair.
Yeah.
He was an important person to me. I loved him. And that is school.
That's the school.
That's my school. Yeah.
It's a dark night tonight, can't see the stars. I shine my flashlight up to see the stars. Can you imagine? That'd be cool. But yeah, it's calm. It's much calmer than being in the city.
Joel? Hey, Joel.
What?
Oh, sorry, I was hoping you'd say hi to me when you came out here.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I forgot about you.
You what?
Yeah, I just got a lot in my brain, a lot in my mind.
Okay, but not me, right? You don't have me.
No. You're in there. You're in there.
Okay. How are you?
What?
How you doing, Joel?
Guess I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I feel proud of what I accomplished this year and the friends who were there for me and the stories I've got to remember. There's a lot of questions, lingering questions that need answers, but they will come when they come. Whenever I hit a crossroads, eventually the guy behind you honks and you gotta go down one of them. So I'm just waiting for the honk, I guess. How you doing?
I'm melted!
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah, I can see that. I'm sorry. Oh geez.
I don't have long.
Yeah, you might be right.
Can you, like, put me in a freezer? I don't want to die.
Ooh, a freezer. Okay, no, I don't have one of those, sadly. Not one your size. But, hey, you had a good life, right?
No, I was anxious and scared and no one talked to me. I was alone for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, oh, okay, ooh. That doesn't feel good to hear, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thanks for giving me the chance to be anxious and lonely and live.
I don't know if I want to say you're welcome to that. That feels wrong. But I wish you the best. Have a nice night.
Good night, Joel.
Yeah. Okay. Good night. So you've heard this song before, but I've never played it for you in person, so I'd like to play it for you.
Ooh.
Okay. You ready? Okay.
Something tells me I might need these. Maybe. Just in case.
Mama, I'm scared. Can I sleep with you tonight? Can I just lay down right by your side? I don't want to face the monsters that hide behind my eyes. Mama, I'm scared. Can I sleep with you tonight? Mama, I'm confused. Can I sit right down by your side? What is the point of my silly little life? Why do the hardest questions always come at night? Mama, I'm confused. Can I sit right by your side? Mom, I'm sad. Can I call you and cry? The ones that I love the most hurt me, tell me why. It brings me little comfort to tell myself I tried. Mom, I'm sad. Can I call you and cry? Mom, I'm tired. Can I step inside? You've kept my room the same, as if I've never said goodbye. I can tell you're tired too of this silly life. Mom, we're tired. Let's watch a movie tonight. Mom, you're sad. It's your turn to cry. My phone is always on. You can call me if you'd like. Tell me everything or not. Either way, it's nice to say hi. Mom, you're sad. It's your turn to cry. Mom, you're confused. You left on the light. It's okay, I'll flip the switch. Things will be alright. The darkness cannot hurt. I'm right by your side. Mom, you're confused, but it's me by your side. Mom, you're scared. I'll sleep in here tonight. Breathe deeply as you lay and close your eyes. The monsters are all crying. That only seems right. Mom, you're scared, but I'm here tonight. Mama, I'm scared, but you're here tonight.
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Here.